this exclusive session where I'm going to be sharing a framework I haven't shared anywhere else on 4 steps to building a 6-figure income with YouTube. If you want to know what is the pathway to going full-time on YouTube this year, or how do I use YouTube to grow my existing brand or business, you're going to love this session. You're actually getting a behind-the-scenes pass to our virtual conference called Grow with Video Live. And so coming up, we got a countdown, we've got some special videos. Heather Torres has some powerful information for us, and then we're going to be diving into this training. So buckle your seatbelt, because here we go.
And it's a wrap. From pre-production to final cut, Monday.com got you covered. Manage your production team in one place, share assets, and make sure everything happens on time. Go to Monday.com and start your free trial today.
If you missed any of the conference and you want to be able to rewatch and consistently glean information from these teachings, then you'll definitely want to upgrade your ticket to the Ultimate Experience ticket. Right now, you can get lifetime access to this entire conference, plus access to our exclusive Ultimate Only Q&A sessions and Ultimate Only networking party. Just click Upgrade My Ticket here inside the app, or if you're watching on the website, do it there, and you can talk directly with one of our team members to upgrade your ticket today.
Hi, we're Thinkific. We help over 40,000 entrepreneurs and businesses create and sell their own online courses to millions of people all around the world. Our drag and drop builder lets you easily build and customize your courses under your own brand. Whether you're educating 10 students or 10 million, feel confident that you've got the easiest technology and best support in the business. Try Thinkific today.
Have you shared your Grow with Video Live experience on social media yet? Use the hashtag #GrowWithVideo throughout the conference on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and share your experience to be entered to win cool prizes and connect with other creators just like you. We love seeing your battle stations, hearing your aha moments, seeing your favorite quotes from speakers, and seeing where you are watching from. Grab your phone and share your experience right now with the hashtag #GrowWithVideo.
How can vidIQ help you earn more views and subscribers on YouTube? Well, we allow you to research trends and topics before you even press record, which helps you make content that people are already looking for. No matter where you are along your YouTube journey, vidIQ helps you achieve more, including a wide offering of educational courses through our vidIQ Academy. Learn how to launch your YouTube channel and create engaging content that gets you discovered on YouTube. Get started for free today at vidiq.com.
Are you looking for the best marketing and money-making strategies for growing your online business and brand faster with YouTube and online video? Then make sure you're subscribed to our Think Marketing podcast. Every single Tuesday, we release a power-packed, actionable podcast episode where we cover the latest in email marketing, paid advertising, how to create and sell digital products, and advanced strategies for growing your business faster this year. We bring on industry experts and pick their brains on how they've used online video to grow their business and how you can too. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and all other podcast supportive platforms. Just search Think Marketing and subscribe today.
Hating on me, don't stop. Only help a real cause. Hood legend on some pop. Manifest it till I'm living.
You can hear my voice in your head, and you wanna hear it again. So
Apps allow you to drastically expand your audience and earning potential. Make your content available offline and on a wide range of devices. Your users can set up their own profile with an avatar and save their favorite videos to the app. And having your own apps is more affordable than you might think. Take your video streaming service to the next level with your very own branded TV and mobile apps.
(2020). This year's taken a lot of things. Maybe it's taken your job. Maybe it's taken someone you love. Or maybe it's taken your hope to see a brighter future. But it's also given us some things. It's given our world the chance to heal. It's given time to focus on what's really important. And space to pursue those dreams that were left to the side for too long. And here at Think Media, our mission is the same as it's always been. You. To see you go further, faster. To see you build the life that you've always wanted. It's time to revive your dead dream, rethink your business, and grow with video.
You
can do this. You've got this, and you can make this happen.
And so never underestimate the impact of starting small or starting what you're starting right now. When you don't quit, when you keep going, when you punch fear in the face, when you get up and you rise and grind no matter how you're feeling, you got to remember that the impact of what you're doing, because you are able to do this.
Hello, this is Heather Torres and Omar El Takori, and we are part of the Think Media team, and we want to welcome you to this special event here on YouTube. What you are watching right now is actually the final session of day 1 of our annual conference, Grow with Video Live, happening today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And I am so excited for all of our attendees who are in the chat right now. And if you're part of the Think Media community, welcome. We wanted to bring this conference right to you here on YouTube. So you are getting this bonus, amazing session from our CEO, Sean Cannell. Now, he's going to be breaking down his 4-part steps to being able to go through recession and be able to make a 6 to 7 figure business, all while using YouTube. This is our proprietary process here at Think Media, and I am so excited for Sean to break down steps 1 through 4 for you right here on YouTube.
Now, but before we get into it, like Heather said, you are joining with all the Grow with Video Live attendees if you are our Think Media community, and we're bringing you this session. And so that means in the chat right now, put where you're watching from. If you're part of Grow with Video Live 2020, put where you're watching from in the chat, as well as what is your YouTube channel about. Let us know in the chat right now. Third, make sure you like this video. And then here's the final thing before we jump into this session. Share this video with somebody you know that needs to watch this. Do you know somebody that needs to grow their YouTube channel? Maybe they have a business and they need to learn marketing. This is for them. And so if you can hit the share button, share this with that person so they can join you in this special session with Sean Cannell. Let's cut to it.
My passion is helping people build their influence with online video. We always see someone's highlight reel. We don't really see their blooper reel. And we always see that final product. We don't actually really see that process.
All right, so this is, I guess, the first Sean Thinks vlog. And I'm going to try to vlog every single day.
But come on, everybody's got a process. Everybody has to start ugly. Everybody has to go through that.
He's literally changed our whole outlook and our whole business.
Sean just has such a gift to really inspire you to do the uncomfortable.
We went from a very, very tiny channel to over 127,000 subscribers in about a year and a half.
So do the work, don't quit, don't stop. Punch fear in the face, punch perfectionism in the face, and press record, and you can do this.
This guy knows what's up when it comes to video and YouTube and marketing. Get in his world because he is one of the top leading people. Everybody can implement what he teaches and see results.
A new book called YouTube Secrets gives readers a step-by-step YouTube success playbook.
This man has been at the top consistently. He has 21.5 million channel viewers a month. He's also been listed by Forbes as one of the top 20 YouTubers that can change your business. And he is about to come up here and change our business.
Can I get you up on your feet right now as we welcome Sean Cannell.
What is up? Grow with Video Live. Hey, Think Media. Thank you so much for being here for this session, man. We are going to get into some powerful content, but if you are here live, you got to shout me out. I can see you right now. What's up, Steve? What's up, Matthew? Let me know, where are you watching from in the world? What's up, Miss Cat? What is up, Meditation Power Unlocked? Shout me out. Grow with Guitar, I see you with the fire emojis. My name is Sean Cannell, if we're just meeting, and I am so pumped for this session. Hit the like button if you are fired up, because we're going to be getting into a 4-step framework that I haven't shared anywhere else in this detail on how to go full-time on YouTube and even build a 6 or 7-figure business. If you're a business owner trying to figure out how to leverage online video, you're going to love this content as well. But I see you, Philo, we got Brazil here. We got so many different people. Michigan in the house. What is up, Canada? Belize. Ooh, I want to go to Belize someday. What's up, Phoenix? Yo, Old Drummer Gaming. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you, Lit with Ray. Thanks for being here. Let's dive into the content, because I've got some powerful content planned for you in this session. We're going to be talking about rethinking YouTube, 4 steps for rising above recession and building a 6 to 7-figure online business with YouTube. If we're just meeting, I'm the co-author of the #1 best-selling YouTube strategy book in the world, YouTube Secrets, and my passion is helping people get results with YouTube. These are a few of our Video Reiki Academy students that hit that silver play button target, but you know, there is so many different definitions of success on YouTube. It could be that you want to get your silver play button. It could be that you want to get your gold play button. It could be that you just want to create a lifestyle of freedom or just build a tight-knit community. There's so many different goals. In fact, tell me in the chat or in the comments, what is your goal with YouTube? What is it that you want to do with video? Why do you want to grow your influence with online video? And let me know. And here's the thing, as we look up here, I want you at the start of this session to be thinking different about YouTube. You got to think different about YouTube. And here's what I mean. This session is titled The Business of YouTube. I want you thinking different. If right now you go, oh, is this just for business owners? No, we all need to be thinking like business owners. There's something about changing our mindset from just being an amateur in our approach to YouTube to being a professional. There's something about changing our mindset from just dabbling in YouTube to dominating. There's something about changing our mindset from just kind of treating YouTube like a hobby to treating your YouTube channel like a media company. You know, Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman, I am a business, comma, man. Like, you're not a businesswoman, you are a business. And when you change your approach to YouTube, I think that's the foundational mindset that we need as we get into these 4 strategies. And really, we've seen over the last decade that this is a real career, the ability to establish yourself on social media platforms like YouTube, find out ways to monetize, and there really is a process and an approach to that, and we're going to be breaking that down in this session. Now, these are actually the first 4 steps of our framework we're going to go through at our Grow with Video Live conference over the next couple of days on 10 steps for building a 6 to 7-figure media business. I think about this as like moves in chess, right? Like you need to make the right move at the right time, and you need to be thinking about which move are you going to make next, and what are the 10 moves of building a high profit and high impact business that helps people. We're going to go through the foundational ones right now, and then we'll keep going over the next couple of days at the conference. And if you're interested, we're sharing this session on Think Media. If you're interested in being a part of the whole conference, you can find out details at growwithvideolive.com. And of course, there's links in the description down below to that. But write this down, and if you haven't grabbed a journal yet, get a journal. #1, this is the first step in building a 6 to 7-figure business and going full-time on YouTube, is positioning. You need to claim and master your topic. Claim and master your topic. Tell me in the chat, tell me in the comments, what is the topic or the niche that you have picked on YouTube? But we're going to ask some powerful questions here. Your niche, if you will, your niche. We just had Chris Ducker earlier in our Grow Video Live sessions, and he was over in London sharing. And you know, niche is actually how you say it. But here in America, we say niche. If If you've ever heard marketers say the riches are in the niches, you know, it kind of rhymes. You say the riches are in the niches. Is that okay? Bad joke. I'm a dad I'm about to be a dad, so the dad jokes might come out a lot in this session. Literally, my wife sitting in the room is minutes away from giving birth. It might even be something that happens during this session. We'll see. But what are you passionate about? Like positioning. These questions are going to kind of be like at the intersection of these questions is where you want to plant your flag and claim and master your topic. What problem do you solve? What problem do you solve? What can you do to help people? You know, in 2020, it's been a crazy year, and I love that video that the Think Media team and Tony Ariola did to open up Grow With Video, this kind of conference. 2020 has been crazy. And our heart goes out. We've had so many personal friends and family friends that have been so affected by the pandemic. We've lost people. Like, we've lost people we know and that we love. We've seen businesses disrupted. Of course, we're going through civil disruption. We're going through health and economic crisis and political crisis. It's a crazy, crazy time right now. But here's the thing. If you're watching this stream, you got to realize the world's got problems, right? But you're called to solve problems. And did you know that we can use video to help people, to serve people, to solve problems? You know, entrepreneurs just solve problems for a profit. That's what really entrepreneurs do. And guess what? The world has got more problems now, and that's why you got to rise up and start sharing answers, just sharing your way of doing it. You got to claim and master your topic. The world's got problems. Your boyfriend has got problems, right? Your in-laws have got, there's problems to solve in the world right now, right? And so what can you do right now to help people with video? I think about the fact we're living through one of the greatest mental health crises the world's ever seen. It makes sense because of the lockdown and job disruption and whatnot. Man, we have the possibility with YouTube to encourage, to educate, to uplift, to entertain, to help people de-stress. It's a powerful opportunity. How can you help people? What do you have results in? If you're going to claim and master your topic, you've got to be committed to getting real results and simply helping other people get results. Sean, do I have to be an expert? No. Do I have to have gone to school for this? No. It's kind of crazy that this small town kid, college dropout, grew up in a city, more like a town, it's a city now, called Arlington, Washington, right? And so like farming and agriculture was like our mode of operation. And I grew up in a small town and was able to just start making videos in my bedroom and now be having some of the results. And I saw that opener video. I'm like, who even is that? Like, what has happened in the last few years? But that's the power of online video. I never went to film school. Like, I've always invested in my learning and my education, but no one ever one day said, Sean, you're officially ready to start. You know what? You have permission now to start a YouTube channel. No, I had to just punch fear in the face and start, not get permission from anybody else, but choose myself and just get on camera and overcome that imposter syndrome, overcome that fear. And so, but I had results because I've been building it up over the years. What do you have results in? What have you been doing? What have you invested in? What do you have results in? And then how can you stand out in a crowded market? How can you be different? And then what will people pay you for? This session is about making you money, right? I love that it's possible to have YouTube be a hobby, have YouTube be a channel where we can just share our passions and build communities. That's great if that's your ambition. But if you look at the title of this very video in this session, this is a proven path to building a 6 to 7 figure business. So if you don't answer these questions at the foundation of your journey, then it's going to be potentially a hard road of reaching full-time freedom, of reaching that goal of going full-time on YouTube. So it's a good question to say, what will people pay you for? And people will pay for a lot of things, but you got to kind of know up front, like eventually, do you plan on writing a book? Are you going to do an audio book? Are you going to do some kind of an e-commerce thing? What are you going to do? What will people pay you for? So screenshot, we'll put them up one more time. Screenshot these questions, dial in these questions. This is that positioning question, some foundational 101 questions. And then finally, what business do you want to be in? What business do you want to be in? That could be that, I ultimately want to be a YouTube influencer and I need to get a lot of views because I'm going to need YouTube AdSense. It's actually not my recommended path because that's a very unstable business model. Even depending on something like brand deals, also good, but like could be very unstable. They could be up one day, down the other. So as we evolve, we want to be thinking, no, what business am I actually in? Building a real media company. Even if you got a brick and mortar business, you are a media company. You are a business, man, right? Like, what business do you want to be in? And we'll go more into that as we go throughout this. This is Jennifer. She recently hit 50,000 subscribers, and her YouTube channel is Sewing, Crafts, and DIY, and she went full-time on YouTube actually a while ago now, and has been able to do that because of helping solve the problem of people finding budget sewing machines, knowing how to use their sewing machines, learning how to sew and different techniques. She makes money through affiliate marketing, YouTube ads. She continues to scale up. She uses brand deals. It's a good example of positioning and a good example of picking a specific niche and solving a specific problem. This is Sean Cannell Speaks. He is actually, he has a movie review channel, and I ran into him at a conference back before the lockdown when we were able to hang out with people, right? And he came up to me, he's like, bro, thank you so much for your content. I recently went full time. I joined Video Ranking Academy, and I've now implemented some of those strategies, and here's one of the strategies. I was like, well, bro, what kind of ways are you making money? And there's a lot of different ways, but for him as a movie review channel, check this out. He did the movie It, right? Stephen King and the book It. So the new It movies come out, and so he does a review of all the It movies on his movie review channel. In the beginning of the video, he just goes, hey, this video is brought to you by Audible. You know, one of the best ways to experience Stephen King's It is to actually listen to the audiobook. And guess what? You can get a free copy of the audiobook if you use my link in the description below. And so check that out. And then he went and does the review of the movies. Well, when someone signs up for a free Audible account, you earn $5 to $10 depending on what account they sign up for. You get paid if they just do the free trial, and if they become a gold or whatever member, you even make more money. And so he made thousands of dollars, even though he was talking about movies by talking about some audiobooks. You got to figure out, what business do you want to be in? How are you going to make money? And his positioning, though, powerful niche of talking about movies. He's got the Joker up there. He's got Jaws up there, right? And this is Andrew Finney. He's in real estate. So you could do this in any niche. And there's something powerful. He's got a smaller channel, 19,000 subscribers at the time of taking this screenshot, but some powerful breakout videos. It's really built his influence. He's making multiple six figures a year. He's in the top 1% of real estate agents, and he's leveraging video and social media to grow his business. I don't care if you want to do coaching, if you're an author, if you're a speaker, if you're in direct selling or network marketing, if you're selling insurance, you've got to be leaning into video, but you got to plant your flag and know your positioning. So what is your niche? What topic? Tell me in the comments. What topic have you committed to mastering? And remember this quote from Sally Hogshead that says, different is better than better. Have you ever felt this way in 2020 and beyond? That like, man, there's just so much competition now. Like all these people have already started, though. It's too late for me. It's not too late. You know what's crazy is that in 2010, it wasn't too late, but people thought it was. In 2015, it wasn't too late, but people were like, oh man, it's too late. I just don't think I'm going to start my channel yet. And then in 2020, that's the same thing that people are saying, oh, it's too late. Oh, there's Sean saying the same thing again. He's saying just punch fear in the face. I've heard this before, bro. Good job, good look, bro. I'm going to hit the dislike button on this video to really, well, I appreciate the engagement actually, because even dislikes help raise the video in the algorithm, so please keep them coming. But here's the thing, it's still not too late to start, to punch fear in the face and just get going. But Sean, how do I stand out? You got to figure out your difference. How can you be different? And here's kind of more of an advanced strategy when it comes to different is better than better. You might say, well, Sean, what do you even mean by being different? Well, I think about these two. This is Dave Ramsey. Come on, get out of debt, cut up your credit cards. And Robert Kiyosaki. I love them both. A couple years ago, or over a decade ago, I read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Any Robert Kiyosaki fans? Anybody read that book? Let me know. How about Dave Ramsey? Total Money Makeover. Come on, Financial Peace University. The Get Out of Debt Scream. You know, let's go. And so you've got these two different, what are they both teaching? The same thing. personal finance, money, investing, real estate, whatever, how to invest your money, how to do savings, how to get out of debt, but from two radically different perspectives, right? Radically different. Like I remember I went to a Robert Kiyosaki seminar once, and he was talking about how to invest, and one of his trainers pulled out a stack of credit cards with a rubber band and was like, this is how we're going to buy and flip homes. I was like, what are you talking about? Dude, Dave Ramsey would have an aneurysm if he just saw what you just did right there. Like, my gosh. On the flip side, Dave has this completely like no debt approach, but they're both helping people. They're both serving people, but they both are radically different in their perspective. Here's kind of what I want you journaling about right now. What are your values? What are your perspectives? What do you believe to be true about the world and about your industry that's different? That's how you really stand out. And what is your polarizing point of view? Because here's what I've learned. People really dislike the rich dad, poor dad. And guess what? People really dislike Dave Ramsey. Like, you need to get over the fear of people and the fear of other people's opinions, because anybody that builds their influence, they're going to have haters, man. Anybody who really steps out and does something, you're going to have people that oppose you and disagree with you. You actually need an opinion, though, to be disagreed with. Here's the reason why you're not standing out. It's because you're not even actually sharing opinions. If you're trying to please everybody, you're going to end up pleasing nobody. If you try and reach everybody, you're going to end up reaching nobody. You need to pick a side. You need to pick a fight. Both of these guys do. Dave Ramsey doesn't have a problem. Hey, Dave, I'm calling in. How you doing? I'm doing better than I deserve. That's what he always says. And he's like, what should I do? I'm thinking about putting a new truck on some debt, though. Can you afford it? No, I can't really afford it, Dave, but I really need a new truck. My other one, he's like, well, then don't buy the truck. He just keeps saying the same thing, and people go, man, his advice is terrible. Another guy that I love, Grant Cardone, completely disagrees with kind of both of them. He's got his own philosophy. The world is big, friend. But you need to have your unique perspective, your polarizing point of view to figure out how you're going to stand out in the world. Zig Ziglar said it this way: don't become a wandering generality, be a meaningful specific. Man, you want to stand out. This is the first pillar of the 10 pillars. We're going to cover 4 in this video. It's your positioning. It's your positioning. You got to know what you stand for. And watch how practical this can be. A YouTube strategy. You want to position your videos to stand out and get clicks. This goes all the way down to actually specific social media posts and specific videos. So here's one example. This is the Sony ZV-1. Anybody got this camera yet? New camera. We did a video, Sony ZV-1 versus the Canon M50. Love them both. Strengths and weaknesses on both sides. A really cool camera. And so this camera comes out, so we start talking about it. We love it. We love the camera. We get our hands on it, though, and I put this video out. This is the first video we released about it. And here's one of the things I noticed was as soon as this camera, there's been no other camera that I've seen, and I've been in the tech thing for a while, that Sony sent this camera out to more people than I'd ever been. The coordinated effort the day this camera came out was just like, there was like 100 on YouTube about it. You want to talk about competition. It was just like everybody, Sony did a really good campaign of getting this camera. We got review units that we have to send back into the hands of tech YouTubers and video creators and things like that. So we get this camera, and I'm seeing all these people post videos, and I'm like, dude, there's no, how are you going to break through the noise on this thing? And everyone was like, this is so amazing. This is the best camera ever. Did Sony finally do it? The vlogging camera that changes everything. And actually, all of the thumbnails and titles were overwhelmingly positive. Now, I didn't want to pick a fight just for picking a fight's sake, but here's the PowerPoint that I want you to catch. You got to figure out, man, how can I be contrarian a little bit? You got to figure out, how can I kind of stand out amongst the clamor if you want to get your content noticed, your videos noticed? I think of this as like the Jesus strategy. I don't know if you ever heard, he'd say you heard it said an eye for an eye, but I tell you the truth. It's actually turn the other cheek. So he would actually say man, everybody's saying this, but I'm going to tell you something like the real truth. And so there's something about having a polarizing perspective of challenging common thought, of going a different direction, not just making something up, but sharing what you really believe. So here's what I was thinking about with the camera, and here's how the video ended up being titled. Best Camera for Vlogging 2020, ? Hint, it's not the Sony ZV-1. And then on the actual thumbnail, besides the red arrow, this is some tactical stuff you can apply now, right? ZV1 hype, because there was so much hype. So I kind of wanted to pick a fight. Type pick a fight in the chat. I'm telling you, you want to grow your YouTube channel faster, grow your influence, you got to pick a fight. And here was my belief, is that this is one of the best cameras for YouTube. So I was like, okay, that is something that I believe. But for vlogging, the lens is not really wide enough in my opinion. Like if you're going to turn the camera on yourself and you specifically need this camera for vlogging, it's so close, but for vlogging, the lens is not quite wide enough, and therefore I recommend other options. So here's the truth of the video. It's an overwhelmingly positive video, as I'm telling you right now. Love the camera, but the way I positioned the video, polarizing. Picking a fight against all the other YouTube videos, and the proof is in the pudding. 132,000 views, and this one keeps getting views and keeps getting recommended and suggested. Why? Look at the thumbnail, look at the title. It's positioning, my friend. Type positioning if you're watching this in the chat. Here's some of the results we could see there. Video's grown by 640 subscribers, already made $1,200 in AdSense, right? Of course, there's affiliate marketing and things connected to it. But you can see that blue line, and it keeps getting recommended, and it keeps getting impressions, and it keeps getting suggested because click-through rate, because of that, it's intriguing, because it's polarizing. And so here's a polarizing power question for you. What polarizing and provocative titles and social media headlines could you use for your content? The best way to do this is to really tap into what you believe and to tap into your heart. Tap into maybe what you're afraid to share, but what you actually deeply believe. Like, wait a minute. If all the other tech YouTubers are saying it's perfect, I don't want them to not like me. Dude, who cares, man? They're not even watching you anyways. They got enough stuff to do on their own. Well, if everybody else, dude, who cares about what anybody else thinks? You got to stop worrying about pleasing people and share your polarizing point of view, especially if you really want this thing to work and you want to break out in a crowded and noisy world. And so as this is just tip number one, we got 3 more tips. 3 more pillars. What topic, though, if you haven't answered the question yet, are you committed to claiming and mastering? Now that you've heard this, the topic that fills in all those questions, what business do you want to be in, right? What are you passionate about? How can you help people? Is it maybe you thinking about how to pivot your plan? We're talking about how to rethink our strategy in 2020 in this new decade. And so what is your topic? And number 2, here we go, number 2. Discover your audience's problems and ambitions. These build on each other, step after step, point after point. Discover your audience's problems and ambitions. So number 1, you know what topic you're in. You know what niche you're in. You've planted your flag. Next question is really discovering your audience's problems and ambitions. Sean, this is too basic. If that's what you're saying, that's why you're going to lose. Sean, this is the nuance at the highest levels. I was just recently on a business meeting on a Zoom call. I couldn't even believe I was in the room with some of the most influential entrepreneurs in the world. And I heard a guy that's like at the tip of the top of just business and entrepreneurship share something that was like, discover your audience's problems and ambitions. He said, really the difference maker in success is how well do you understand the viewer? How well do you understand who you're serving? How well do you understand who you're creating content for? And how well are you serving and helping that individual? And do you have a good market message match? If you think I'm just blowing smoke, please keep ignoring it, because this is the game. These build step by step. And so on a surface level, I might be like, okay, cool, took notes. Give me a tactic, bro. This is the tactic. This is the foundation of like really building a real business. Discover your audience's problems and ambitions. Listen to what Richard Branson said. To succeed in business, you need to be original, but you also need to understand what your customers want. Here's a question. Are you making video content that your viewers actually want? Like, are you creating videos that people actually want to watch? Are you creating content for yourself, or are you creating content to really serve and help people? Are you putting the viewer first? Here's the deal. If you actually put the viewer first, know what problems they have, share valuable content that's produced in a great way that solves that problem, why wouldn't you win? But here's the beauty of this, because the people that are tuning this out are losing. And the people that are actually going in and investing and really thinking about who would have thought serving people, actually solving people's problems, actually helping people, actually getting people results. Wow, it just works in business. It works in life. It works on YouTube. Actually entertaining, actually being worth watching. I'm not saying that's easy to do, but does that make sense? Like when you put the customer first. Now remember, we're thinking different about YouTube. We're rethinking our approach. Well, I don't really have customers, I have viewers. Well, think about it like a customer. What is a good restaurant? You ever been to a store back when we could leave the house? Remember that? Have you ever been to a store or like a clothing store or like some sort of a hardware store or something? And you walk in and there's somebody there that's like sitting behind the counter, right? Chewing their gum, and they're like on their phone, and it's like ding, ding, they come, and this is the look they get. They kind of like look at you, and they just like look down. They don't even like even wink or like do this or say like, hey, welcome in. And you're like, they're like twirling their gum, looking at their phone. And you're over here, and you're picking stuff out. You're like looking at stuff. You keep looking at them. Like, I do have some questions, but they seem busy. Like, can I get a hand? And they don't even ask you, like, do you need help? This happens all the time. Like, this has happened to my wife. We were about to have a baby, and she was like looking at some baby stuff, and she's like, you wouldn't believe what happened. Literally, I like wanted to spend money. I wanted to give a business money. And these two employees were sitting there just talking amongst themselves, like annoyed that someone was there in the store to give the store money. My friends, this is happening more than you would believe in our content. We're creating content just for ourselves. Are we actually there to serve the viewer? Like, people want to give somebody money every single day. They do. Like, people want to spend money. They want to pay money for things that solve problems. I'm hungry. I want to pay money to get fed. I need some running clothes with some like tank tops and some shorts that don't chafe. Come on, somebody. I want to find some good, well-reviewed shorts. I want to learn some information about how to build my business, save money on my taxes, how to grow a YouTube channel. I want to pay somebody money to go further faster. People want to give you money, how to build a 6 to 7 figure business. But you really got to understand your customers, serve and solve their problems, and think about every person that visits your content, your YouTube channel, as a gift. It's a privilege that they walked into your store. It's a privilege that they're perusing your YouTube channel. It's a privilege that you even have the chance to serve that person. My question is, what are you doing with that privilege? Are you treating that privilege with the highest honor? I love this quote. Until you understand your customers deeply and genuinely, you cannot truly serve them. You cannot truly serve them. So how do you discover your audience's problems? Number one, keyword research is a good way to do it. There's a lot of good videos here on Think Media, and we're going to be talking about that more at Grow with Video Live over the next couple days. But keyword research. Why are you creating videos before you've done the research? Like, I wonder what I want to create today, which is fine. If that's working for you, great. But what if you actually started with what people were actually asking? Here's a cool tool. It's called askthepublic.com. Watch this. If you look up here on the screen, askthepublic.com, I just typed in leadership. The website is answerthepublic.com, I should say. And you can type in anything you want, and it'll bring up questions. I know you can't read these on the screen probably, but I'll read some of them to you. I typed in leadership. So if you're in personal development, leadership, you could type in keto, you could type in tips for moms, you could type in NLP, you could type in taxes, you could type in stocks. This is the questions people are actually asking. Why leadership matters. Why leadership training fails. Why leadership development programs failed. Can leadership be taught? The where, the are, the how, the what. This is internet data. Like, before you just go make videos. And like, I'll talk to people a lot, like somebody that's doing leadership, personal development, like, I don't know what videos to make. What I'm thinking about talking about like my secret leadership rabbit formula, about how like rabbits, you know, I kind of use like a rabbit analogy. I like rabbits. And I'll title the video like how rabbits, and I'm like, dude, bro, why don't you just answer the public? Why don't you just answer the questions. They're right here on the internet. These are the questions the public's at. Here's 100 videos for you to make before you even start worrying about other content to make. And guess what happens when you make these videos is you'll start attracting an audience, especially when you optimize them right and create good content and good thumbnails and all the details, of course. But then you actually get people in your comments. You actually get people on your content. And you can start, are leadership and management the same? See, it seems too simple. Most people wouldn't ask that. Are leaders born or made? There's so many questions on here. One video, one title, one answer when it comes to these powerful questions. That's just one website, answerthepublic.com. So that's one way to do it. Another way is survey and talk to your audience. Survey and talk to your audience. Sean, what video should I make if I really want to discover my audience's ambitions and problems? Here's a tip. Ask. Ask your audience what their problems are and how you can help. What videos do they want to see? Now, if you think this is too simple, Think Media is about 5 years old professionally. That's when Heather Torres at the ground road, so Omar El Takori, the early days, we had Jay and Ron helping us. It's about 5 years old when this thing was moving into business mode. But then there was 5 years. That was 2015 to 2020. There was 5 years. 2010 was when I uploaded the first video on Think Media to 2015. So there's 5 years of just me figuring stuff out. Just probably most of you can relate. Solo creator, no Heather Torres, no opener video, no lights, no LED walls, just grinding. And so you got to know great things take time and great things take patience. And great big things start small. It's 5 years. And then there was years before that where I was even mastering my craft. I was claiming and mastering my topic because I was doing video in my church from 2003 to 2010. So there's 7 years where I was learning video, horrible at video. I've selected PAL the first time when I opened up Adobe Premiere instead of NTSC because PAL sounded friendlier. It sounds like a PAL. And I didn't realize that was the European frame rate. And some of you don't even know what I'm saying. And some of you are laughing at me right now. But in 2003, I was okay, how do I start a Premiere project? What are these options? I didn't know what a frame rate was. I just started projects. Things look so janky and sketchy and crazy year over year, step after step. And so you've just got to know, though, that you got to start. You start building that audience. But eventually, you will have an audience to talk to. And they will tell you what they want to see from you in your content. But here's another one. Read comments. Sean, I don't got any comments. How am I going to read the comments? You want to hack? Check this out. Read comments on other people's content. Man, it's one of the best things you could possibly do because some of the top people you're watching are not paying attention. Let me go back to finish that story that I completely got lost in. Over the years, I've been doing this video stuff now for 17 years. And our team at Think Media, we talk in Slack. And so we go back and forth is one of the places we talk. And then Monday.com. And that's where we kind of project manage and organize things. And we're in there. And here's the thing with pillar number 2, understand your audience desires. To this day, my friends, 17 years later, I still don't think we've got this. We are still I don't think we really fully understand our audience yet. Wow, there is still more questions. We could have more empathy. We could deeply, remember that quote? Deeply understand your audience. How can you deeply and genuinely know the person you're serving so you can serve them? So I'm just here to say, if you've got this one mastered, good for you. We're 17 years into this, and we don't even have it mastered. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why we're winning is because we care. And we continue to think, man, how can we better serve you, better solve your problems, better figure them out, make the videos you're actually asking for, not the videos we think that we should make. But if you say, well, there's no one there to even survey, guess what you can do? You can read comments on other people's content. Because what you can find is that on somebody else, your competitors, people in your niche, you can check out their content and see, but people go, oh, but I didn't understand that. That's an opportunity for you to make a video. Oh, but you didn't really hit this. That's an opportunity to make a video. I'm not really vibing with that. Like, you will get more insight from actually listening and observing than you will from talking and creating all the time. In fact, you have 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 1 mouth, so that you can learn twice as much as you speak. Can you think about that? The way God created us? 2 ears, 2 eyes, 1 mouth. That maybe we should observe more, listen more, absorb more, learn more, so that when we speak, it makes an impact. And that's the opportunity that we have by reading comments, really getting a feel for things. And so we stay in this. We don't feel like we've arrived. We don't feel like we will ever arrive. We want to constantly. Am I hammering this point yet? Number 2, understand your audience's problems and ambitions on the journey to crushing it on YouTube and building a real business. You're going to win if you do that. All right, hit like if you've been getting value so far, and let's hit number 3. Number 3 out of the 4 we're going to cover in this session. Now, you've claimed to master your topic. You understand your audience's problems and ambitions, so you know what videos to make. Number 3, create and post a significant video every week. Sean, you're saying the same thing, bro. Then why aren't you doing it yet? Oh, called out, huh? Come on. Why aren't you being consistent yet? Why aren't you committing to that weekly upload yet? You'd be surprised. And I want to, for those of you that are, for those of you who go that I've been grinding, man, I have been doing that, respect. But I am stunned by the amount of comments I read on Think Media or video influencers where someone will be like, you talked about this strategy before. So, because I read the comments, I click through, I go to their channel, and I see that their channel is 12 months old. I see that they have 3 uploads. One is them like with a phone recording their screen of like a basketball game. The second is some random thing where they talked about how they broke up with their girlfriend. And the third is them with like a time-lapse GoPro on like their motorcycle. And I'm like, what the frick are these videos? Like these are not solving anybody's problem. They don't solve anybody's ambition or what. You're not even listening and actually doing what we tell you to do. It doesn't work, dog. I uploaded a better thumb. Why are you worried about your thumbnail yet? You haven't done the first couple pillars. You got to actually be like knowing who you serve, what's your topic, have you planted your flag? Remember, these moves are in order. If you don't do the right things in the right order, you're not going to get the right results. And so there's something about committing to, listen, I wrote it this way for a reason. You want to create and post a significant video every week. What does significant mean? Let's define it. I want you to post 1 free, high-value video per week, solving your audience's problems and helping them reach their ambitions. Let me ask you a question. If you're posting a video every week that you actually know what people's real problems are, and when they watch your video, their problems are solved, what do you think is going to happen? That's like that's how you build a bond with somebody. That's how you really build. I want to be famous and have everyone follow you. Why? Like, what value do they get in following you? I just want to like have like all these subscribers. Why should they subscribe to your channel? But think about it. Who do you follow? You follow people that add value to your life. That value could be entertainment, or that value could be education. But if you post a high-value video every week that actually solves a problem, every title of a YouTube video should make a promise to solve a problem. And then in the video, if that problem is solved, then what's going to happen? People will be like, dude, this chick is amazing. This guy is awesome. Like, I was super frustrated. My dishwasher was like leaking water all over the ground. Found the video. Now it's not leaking water all over the ground. My man, I want to share you with somebody else. You know? Like I didn't really know how to process this thing I was going through. I watched this video. They really kind of took me from confusion to clarity. Ask yourself, where is the person that you want to serve and help? And where do they want to go? So each week, the one video you create is not just some random video about your random thoughts. It's actually solving the audience's problems. But listen to this. It's helping them reach their ambitions as well. So you ask yourself, what are their ambitions? What is the ambitions that they want to reach? For me right now, I'm doing this crazy thing called 75 Hard, all right? Now, it's 75 days where you work out twice a day. It's brutal during Grow with Video, man. And you drink a gallon of water a day. You read 10 pages a day. No alcohol, no cheat meals at all. Commit to a diet. 75 days, no days off. Worst idea I've ever committed to. No, it's been amazing. It transforms not just your body, but your mindset. And Andy Frisella, it's a kind of a movement he started. Love him. Love him. Love the movement. Love everything about it. So it's got me on this whole thing. Like, my whole life is a different perspective now. Like, I'm thinking about, I've been shopping for, like, I got some kettlebells and some running clothes and some different things. So I have ambitions. One of my ambitions is to be Brad Pitt Fight Club ripped. Do you know the scene? Come on, It's actually funny because in the scene he's got like a cigarette and a Budweiser, but he's like cut up a little bit. And you don't want to see underneath here. This is scrawny Sean Club ripped. But the journey and the mission is to get to Brad Pitt Fight Club ripped. So guess what I've been finding? And I'm watching on YouTube. I'm clicking on different videos. I follow this running channel. I subscribe to them. They're talking about, because I love running, which is not helping me get to the ripped part. And so I'm watching them a little bit. I'm watching this other dude who's talking about his daily routine. He's like, just wake up and do 100 push-ups. It's a great way to start the day. I'm like, oh, it's easy for you to say, bro. I can get about 13 push-ups in before my arms start to burn. I'm in process. I'm working on it right now. And so are you going to help people reach, are you helping people reach ambitions with your content? So it's not just solving problems. This is kind of some advanced marketing stuff. It's also thinking about what are people's ambitions. If you look at a company like Apple, they don't just solve a problem. A lot of companies make technology products that suck. They solve a problem, like a printer that never works. Are you like me? Printers are the worst, right? They run out of ink. You put the new black in there, you print 4 pages, and the black is empty. Like, am I telling the truth? And then you go to like Office Depot, especially with all the virtual school that's happening right now. You go in there and you're like, do you have any black ink? They're like, no, sorry, we're out of that ink. Like, it's just the worst. And so there's a lot of tech companies that just solve a problem. Apple doesn't just solve a problem. Man, they speak to your ambitions. Man, I want to be in the cool crowd. I want to wait outside in the snow so I can get the latest iPhone 12. Come on, somebody. I want to be a part of something that's sleek. I want to be a dreamer. I want to be, where are the rebels? Where are the thought leaders? Where are they? Their marketing is powerful because it doesn't just solve problems. It also is an aspirational brand. It is something that they mark the prices up on their stuff. There's a lot more cheaper smartphones, but people will go into debt. People who absolutely should not own a smartphone, an iPhone, will go for the iPhone because they've built a powerful brand that speaks to people's ambitions. How is your branding and your channel not just solving problems, but helping people reach their ambitions? That's powerful. So I want to encourage you, be consistent. If you want to be taken seriously, this number 3 now, we're committed to posting a video per week, right? We're committed to posting a significant video. And we just defined what a significant video was. So if you want to be taken seriously, you got to be consistent. If you want to build trust, you got to be consistent. If you want to build momentum, you need to be consistent. If you want to be recognized and remembered, you need to be consistent. If you want to be considered dependable, you need to be consistent. And don't you want to be? Because isn't somebody dependable on YouTube? Is somebody that you can count on to upload consistent content that has a consistent message and a consistent brand at a consistent time, that solves a consistent problem, that you can consistently expect to deliver a certain type of content to you? I think some of this is about us deciding, like we talked about at the beginning, you're calling me out, bro. I got to stop dabbling and start dominating, and that means a commitment to consistency. This famous quote, "A river cuts through rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence." I think about my journey, and I think about uploading my first video on YouTube in 2010, and now 10 years later, we're having the most incredible virtual conference that we've ever, could have imagined. So grateful that you're a part of this, and Think Media community that you get to be a part of this session. And it's crazy to think of what's happened in the last 10 years, but do you know what the last 10 years has been full of? A lot of obscurity, a lot of no one paying attention, no pats on the back, haters, trolls, dislikes, self-doubt, discouragement, depression, not knowing if it's going to work, wanting to give up. That's what the last 10 years has been full of. Incremental growth, small steps, little breakout videos, and then back to the grind. But that's what it takes, because a river cuts through the rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence. There's something about defining your positioning. There's something about understanding and defining your audience's problems and desires. And then there's something about committing to post at least one significant post. And some of you need to stop posting so much, because you're posting I'm posting like 7 videos a week. About what? How about you make one significant post, make sure that you raise the quality level before you move into the quantity level, and make sure that that's a consistent, man, that's good. Think about like a restaurant. Like you take your wife there, you take your partner there, like once a week on a date night, and you go there, man, the food's amazing. But what if you went like every day of the week, and it was like good one night, but like kind of mediocre the other, and some of those days it was just terrible? Would you keep going? No. It's very difficult to upload multiple videos a week when you're just starting. I want to challenge you, raise the quality level. A significant post per week. Which brings us to number 4, and that is find the shortest path to revenue. Find the shortest path to revenue. Okay, so we're going brick by brick. Number 4, we're on our journey to building a real business and going full-time on YouTube. What's the shortest path to revenue? What's the shortest path? Not what are all of the paths. For you want to answer the question, what's the shortest path to revenue in my niche? So here's the questions. What's the best way for making money in my niche? It's different depending on the niche. Like as a tech creator and a tech YouTuber, affiliate marketing can be, it's a lot more because the products are more expensive and there's a lot of interest in them. You're in maybe some other, if you're a booktuber, not only is it going to be potentially less because books aren't as expensive, but it's not even necessarily the same level of volume or whatever. So you need a different strategy, a different approach. So your question is personalized. What's the best way for making money in my niche? And what's my shortest path to revenue, okay? What is my shortest path personally and for my channel and for my business? And then also, how can I move my business online? How can I move my business online? Again, as we're even thinking about this in 2020, we ask that question in terms of monetization because there's been so much disruption. No matter who you are, you've got to figure out how to be online. I know we're talking about YouTube, but you got to figure out how to create multiple streams of income if you've got a brick and mortar business or an in-person business, and figure out how to also do virtual live streaming in YouTube. These are good monetization questions. Now, over the next couple of days in Grow a Video, we're going deep into this topic. Today, actually, Vanessa Lau shared a crazy case study in detail that she hasn't shared anywhere else on how she grew 100,000 subscribers and built a $100,000 business in 1 year on YouTube. And the cool thing with Grow a Video Live, if you actually still want to get a ticket, is that you do get access to the replays for various lengths of time or for life, depending on the level that you join. And if you want to see details about that, there is a link in the description below, or you can go to growwithvideolive.com. But coming up, we also have Roberto Blake. He's going to be talking about how to create multiple streams of passive income with YouTube and online video. And then we also have, I'm so excited, of our Women of YouTube session on how to start and grow a YouTube channel from zero with Catherine Manning, Content Bug, Nicole Eaton from Kids OT Help, Vanessa Lau, and Heather Torres from Think Media. It's going to be an amazing session. So a lot of cool things coming up. Again, if you want details, growwithvideolive.com. One of the best investments you could possibly make in yourself, in your brand, in your business, in your future. And so definitely check it out and check out that website. But here's the thing. As we land the plane, I will never forget October 2015 on this journey of these first 4 steps, right? And in October 2015, that was a big transition month for me. At the time, I was freelancing full-time. And I had been on staff at a church and building my YouTube channels on the side. I had worked with other clients during this season of my life. I had 3 main clients. And one was paying me $2,000 a month, another was paying me $2,000 a month, and the third was paying me $1,000 a month. About $5,000 a month, making around $300, $500 a month of online income, and things were going great. But October 2015 hit, and that first week, I'll never forget, get a phone call, bring, hey, Sean. Yeah, what up? Man, we're hiring a full-time person. We got to let you go, and we just don't need you for freelance anymore. Okay, cool. Kind of a bummer. Lost one of the 2K clients, but I was like, well, I'll just get another one. Not a big deal. we'll see. It should be fine. Second week of October 2015. Bring! You guessed it. Hey, Sean, here's the deal, man. We're making some changes. We don't need you anymore. We got to let you go. Second $2,000 client. Just lost $4,000 in 2 weeks. Maybe you can relate, because this was a personal recession for me and our family. So now I'm kind of stressed. I don't want to tell my wife, Sonia, because I'm like, okay, I can figure this out. I'm going to get something together. I'm going to call some people. I'm going to figure this out. Third week, October 2015. Ring! Now I'm like terrified with the phone calls. I get vibrates in my pocket. You get like anxiety, cortisol, and stress levels. I'm like, okay. I just, the way 2020 is going, there's probably just going to be more bad news. Sure enough, Sean, got to let you go, man. We don't need you anymore. We lost 80 to 90% of our income in 3 weeks in October 2015. Like, I'm losing my mind. I'm freaked out. It's sick that YouTube was something I was building up, and I was doing the stuff that I do now for other people. But I wasn't even necessarily able to connect, to go all in on YouTube, because I was doing so much client work. But now I'm freaking out because I'm like, how are we going to pay our bills? We're months away from zero in our bank account. And it was at that time, this is actually the era, we were living in Irvine, California. I was walking my dogs there at the apartment complex we were living in. And this was my office in our apartment in Irvine. And so I'm freaked out. I don't know what to do. And so I call a friend of mine, business guy, a friend that was a part of our church, mentor. His name's David. And I was like, hey, David, I'm freaking out. I'm losing my mind. I don't know. Our money in our account, there's not much there. I just lost all my clients. And he goes, Sean, I'm not worried. At which point, I get super offended. I'm like, you're not worried? I know you're not worried, David. Like, you're independently wealthy. That's cool. You don't worry about anything, bro. Like, you've sold companies and stuff. I'm calling you because I'm worried, David. Like, listen. And he's like, no, I'm not worried. And ultimately, I was glad he said that, because he was like, because this is your time to go all in. This is your time I was like, do I get other freelance clients? He's like, no, with where you're at right now, you got to go all in. At some point, entrepreneurs have to jump off the cliff. It sounds like God just kicked you off the cliff, and now it's time to fly. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but I think that's the move to make, is to go all in with video and do what you know to do and start hustling when it comes to video. And this was that time when that happened. Think Media was at 16,000 subscribers Friday, October 2nd, 2015. Crazy. We're at 1.3 million just 5 years later, right? At the time, Benji, my friend from the small town we grew up in together in the Seattle area, we had started Video Influencers at 8,573 subscribers. I want to encourage you again, don't despise small beginnings. And don't despise starting small, because all big things, all great things start small. And check out this video. This is what I started to do back when all of that was happening.
What is the best and cheapest lighting for your YouTube videos that's super easy to use and set up? We're going to talk about that in this video. Hey, what's up? Sean here, talking about my favorite cheap lighting for YouTube videos that looks incredible.
So here's the thing, man. If you notice some things, anybody who's been around Think Media for a while, let me know in the chat or the comments, man. Shout me out. How long have you been a part of the Think fam? Let me know. But when I see that video, I just see the camera's not as nice. We're in our apartment. That was my wife, Sonia, in the background. And dude, I just feel like I'm just saying the same thing. But it's been a very powerful thing, because I defined my positioning. And I'm going to help you find cheap lighting. Guess what? There's new lights today, like the GVM lights we've been using, right? There's new cameras every year. There's new cameras every year. But I claimed and mastered my topic, right? I keep thinking about, man, what questions is our community asking? And I keep answering community questions. And today, now we got Omar crushing it in Think Media, right? Now we got Nolan making crazy videos, and we're growing as a team. And now we're a community of creators years later. But it started by number 3, creating a significant post per week. And I just started to make videos. And here's what happened. This is even back during that journey. This is some early Amazon revenue that you could see here. This is actually 2014 on the journey up when I was shooting videos like that. $374 a month. Christmas, by the way, which is coming up, depending on when you're watching this, $901 a month. You want a tip? Get ready now for holiday shopping. It's crazy every year. Q4 is when most businesses grow. Even in the midst of everything that's going, it's going to blow up no matter what. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I don't care what niche you're in, start making your game plan right now. One of the things I even knew back then, $901 was actually at that time, that's crazy extra money. That was the side money right then when I was freelancing full time, right? But I just think big things, great things start small. A couple under $100 extra a month is very significant. But recently, it's crazy to look back. CNBC, I don't know if you saw this, did like a mini documentary about me and Think Media, and we nearly did $40,000 in just 1 month on just the Amazon Associates program. My friends, that has now become one piece of our overall media business that has 10 different income streams that are significant, each in their own right. Listen, that was not overnight. That was brick by brick, piece by piece, and here's the key. You got to find the shortest path to revenue. Let me know if you know the answer to that question, and you need to focus on your shortest path. There's a lot of paths, but you got to focus on your shortest path. If you know it, tell me in the comments, what path are you focusing on for revenue? For me, I'm not saying this is the best for you, but for a lot of you, it probably is. In the comments, for me, it was affiliate marketing. And you saw the journey. It was, 300, 900, and eventually that was the thing. It was YouTube, kind of YouTube ads, but affiliate marketing because of the niche tech. Over the next couple days at Grow with Video Live, we're going to help you get clarity on what your best path for not just revenue, but for growth, really dialing in your positioning, helping you discover your target audience to answer their problems. And step by step, we're going to go through this process and this framework. But I want to encourage you. We talked about it a lot in this session, and tell me in the comments, tell me in the live chat, what has been your biggest aha moment? What has been your takeaway for what you need to do next? And I want to encourage you, if you're still on the fence, you got to just start. You need to start before you're ready. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You got to punch fear in the face. You got to punch perfectionism in the face, and you have to press record and start making videos on a little webcam like that, or 5 years earlier when I was, just sitting at that desk, and just start messy and start posting videos, because we are living through one of the greatest revolutions in human history because of the internet, because of social media, because of online video, and it is absolutely not too late. People are going to keep saying that, and cynical people are going to keep complaining, but never let somebody that has given up on their dreams talk you out of yours. Come on, you have to go for this thing, and you got to commit to these steps. So let's just recap them really quick. Number 1, positioning, claim and master your topic. Number 2, discover your audience's problems and ambitions. Number 3, create and post a significant video every week at least. And number 4, find the shortest path to revenue. Now, again, what is your topic? Let me know. What's your niche? What's your topic? Shout me out in the comments, and get ready, because Grow with Video over the next couple days, inside of our conference, we're going to be going through the rest of these steps. We just covered 1 through 4 right here. And we're taking it all the way to take you behind the scenes of how to build a real business. And here's the thing, man, whatever your ambitions are, because 6 figures is crazy, 7 figures is crazy, high 5 is nuts. Creating an extra $5K a year is insane. Creating $32,000 a year doing what you love is insane. And we're going to be going through the process and the framework of that whole thing. But listen, these first 4 steps that you got in this video, hit like if you got value. This is the foundation, and this is what you need to focus on. Stop scrolling and start posting. Stop looking at what everybody else is doing, and stop sitting on the sidelines and get in the game. Stop worrying about fear of missing out. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else, and focus on your craft, your videos. Put your blinders on, work these steps, and you can build your influence faster than you would ever believe if you stay focused and work a system that really works. Hey, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this session. And listen, we got some cool announcements coming up in just a second, so I'm going to pass it off to the Epidemic Studio for what we have next.
Wow, that session was fire. And if you enjoyed that session, go ahead and hit the like button and let us know in the comments below that question of the day. And again, if you know someone that needs this stream, make sure you send them the link that they can watch the replay for this. And this, again, was the final session of day 1 of Grow with Video Live. It's happening right now, today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And if you loved this session, then you have to be at the next 2 days of this amazing conference. If you want to secure your ticket as well as get the replays from today from speakers like Chris Ducker and Vanessa Lau, Benji Travis, and Rachel Miller, you definitely want to go to growwithvideolive.com to secure your ticket. Now, if you are on this stream and you're part of the Think Media community, we want to thank you so much for stepping up and for being here tonight. Thank you for watching this. And again, share this with a friend. And if you are part of Grow with Video Live, if you are watching the final session of today, then you know your next step is to go to the after party. We have an after party that's for all ticket holders, general admission for Premier as well as Ultimate. It's all one big party happening after this stream. And here's what it looks like. You're going to be on camera, so you want to make sure your camera's on and your mic is on because you're going to be networking and meeting other people that are a part of Grow with Video Live right after this stream. Here's how you access it. You go to your app, and inside of your conference app, there's going to be a button on there that says After Party. You're going to click that button. It's going to take you into a room, and then Melissa Caputo from the Think Media team is going to put you in a networking event with other people from the conference where you can answer questions, where you can talk with each other. It's so much fun. We had one on Saturday, and people were loving it. So if you are part of the conference, your next step is to go to the app and go into the after party after this video is over. And if you want to upgrade your ticket, you can do that also inside of your conference app. Oh, and did you catch the secret code? We were giving away points during this session, and if you did not enter that code, you want to do that right now because tomorrow the leader is getting a giveaway. So you're going to want to make sure you enter in those points for the conference so you can be competing against other people all throughout the Grow with Video Live conference. And again, thank you so much for being on tonight. Smash that like button, share this video with a friend, and we'll see you on the next stream. Thanks.